Garbage in, garbage out. It's the oldest rule in computer science. It was true for punch cards in the 1950s, and it's true for LLMs today. Yet, intelligent founders, people who run million-dollar companies, open ChatGPT and treat it like a magic 8-ball. They type 5 lazy words and then complain that the output is generic. Well, the output isn't generic because AI is dumb. No, it's the output is generic because the instructions were low resolution. Welcome back to Systems of Luck. I'm Nick Wildeboeer, and today we're going to stop chatting with AI and we're going to start programming with it using natural language. And I'm going to teach you the architecture of the perfect prompt. So let's build. Well, let's walk through the scenario I see every day in our community. You need, for example, a cold email sequence for a new product launch. Yeah, you're a bit tired, you want this done. So you go to ChatGPT or maybe Claude or Gemini and you type this. Write me a cold email for a SaaS product that helps dentists manage appointments. Click, you hit enter, you feel productive, and then you read the output. Dear Sir, Madam, I hope this email finds you well. In today's fast-paced world, appointments are key. Blah 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 blah. It's fluff, it's robotic, and it sounds like every spam email you delete every morning. You roll your eyes, you think, AI can't write copy, it has no soul. So you rewrite it yourself, and boom, there go 2 hours. But here's the truth. The AI didn't fail. No, it put the output perfectly as you mentioned it. Like you failed. You treated a supercomputer like a search engine. If you hired a freelance copywriter, charged them €200 an hour, and gave them the same one sentence brief, they would give you like garbage too. They would ask, who is your audience? What's the offer? What's the tone? What are your constraints? Like they ask questions. But because the AI doesn't bill you by the hour, you get lazy. You rely on mind reading instead of system architecture. And relying on mind reading is relying on luck. And I don't know if you're new to the podcast, but here we don't rely on luck. So why does lazy prompting produce average results? Well, it's simple statistics. These models are prediction engines. They are trained on the entire internet. The good, the bad, the mediocre, and the ugly. When you give a fake prompt like write an email, the model looks at the probability curve of all emails ever written. Most emails on the internet are average. They're polite, corporate, boring. So without special instructions to deviate, the AI reverts to the mean. It gives you the average of the internet. So to get the edges of the curve, to get to the brilliance, the width, the specific strategy, you have to push it there. You have to add constraints. Think of a prompt like a tunnel. If the tunnel is wide, a vague prompt, the water spreads out, slows down, and gets muddy. But if you narrow the tunnel, you put constraints on it, the water speeds up, it becomes a jet, and it cuts through steel. So we need to stop asking the AI to do something and start giving it specification sheets. Well, in engineering, we don't say build a bridge. We say build a suspension bridge spanning 500 meters, carrying 4 lanes of traffic, capable of withstanding category 5 hurricanes. That's specific. So today I'm going to give you like the spec sheet for prompt engineering. So this is the framework I use for everything. The coding, the writing, the strategy. It's the R.C.C.F rule. Role, context, constraints, and format. So if your prompts are missing one of these, it is a bug. It lets it break down. So one is the role, it's the kernel. You must tell the AI who it is. And in a bad way, it's like write a post. But no, I mean in a good way, it's, for example, you are an expert copywriter with 10 years of experience writing direct response ads for medical professionals. Why? This switches the model's mental state. It focuses the training data on a specific niche. So 2 is the context. It's like the database. You need to dump your brain into the prompt window. What are we selling? Who is it for? What is the pain? So we sell automated booking tools. Dentists who are burned out and hate technology. And the pain is that they lose 50K a year on missed appointments. I keep a context file for my company. It's a text document with my brand voice, my product specs, my customer avatars, and I paste them into every chat. I just revealed my cheat code. Like, it's super simple. If I were you, I would just open a Google document and just write therein everything you can tell about your company if you're serious about using AI. And if you want to level up the strategy, I'm going through the lines now, but just talk to ChatGPT 5.2 and put like the microphone option on your telephone and just keep rambling about your company. So about your customers, the pains, the fears they have, the product you do, how you implement it, the timelines, your team members, everything. Then ask AI to like make a make a framework out of it, so it's like logically and it deletes all the fluff. And then that document with all your company info, that context, upload it into every chat you do now for your company. Then you have such a head start, such a database on information for every answer you're looking for. But that method is for a whole another video. So let's go back to it. The third is the constraints. So these are your guardrails. And this is the most important part. This is where you kill the average. You must tell the AI what not to do. So you might know those AI words in a lot of like marketing text. So unleash, revolutionize, game changers, or those what is it? Yeah, those stripes in random words, or sentences longer than 15 words, or exclamation marks, or not to be cheerful but like cynical. You can be super direct with these guardrails on what not to do. And these constraints, it sounds counterintuitive, but these constraints do force creativity. And the last one is format, and that's the output. And that's how you want your data back. Do you want like a markdown table, a JSON object? Do you want 5 alternatives, variations? Do you want them ranked by aggressiveness, by creativity? And there's one more layer, and that's the God mode variable. It's called few shot prompting. And it sounds technical, but it's simple. It's show, don't just tell. If you want the AI to write in a specific style, paste 3 examples of that style into the prompt. So, for example, here are 3 emails that converted well for us in the past. Analyze the structure and tone. Then, write a new email for product X following the same pattern. So when you provide examples, the AI stops guessing your vibe and starts replicating your vibe. It shifts from prediction task to a pattern matching task. And AI is excellent at pattern matching. I made another whole video about our founder DNA synthesis, and that's our method of how you can really let AI talk like you, or like write like you. Okay, so that's the theory. How do we operationalize it? I don't want you typing out R.C.C.F for every single time. That's friction. You have to implement a script, like the meta prompt. So a meta prompt is a prompt that writes prompts. I want you to save this snippet in your notes app or a text expander. And tomorrow, when you have a task, paste this in first. I want you to become a prompt engineer. Your goal is to help me craft the best possible prompt for my needs. Here's the process. 1. You will ask me what I want to achieve. 2. I will provide my answer. And 3. You will then iterate and refine the prompt for me that includes a specific persona, context, constraints, and format. And 4. Ask me clarifying questions until you have a 95% confidence score that the prompt will yield a perfect result. Do you understand? Question mark. See what I did there? You just hired the smartest entity on the planet to be our manager. Instead of struggling to write perfect instruction, you just tell the AI, I need to sell this pen. It will come back and say, who's the buyer? Is it a luxury pen or a cheap one? What's the price point? It forces you to clarify your thinking. And once you answer, it writes the perfect R.C.C.F prompt for itself to execute. You're using the machine to sharpen the machine. And that's leverage. So let's zoom out. Why does this matter? And is it just about writing better emails? No. This is about communication architecture. The skill of the next decade is not coding, it is specifying. All these models get smarter. Like we got ChatGPT 5, 5.1, and now yesterday 5.2 released. Like we got Gemini Pro now, and what about Gemini Pro 2? Of whatever comes next. The barrier to entry for doing the work drops to zero. The coding, the writing, the designing, that will be free. The value shifts to the person who can define what work needs to be done with absolute precision. If you can master the art of the prompt, if you can articulate your vision so clearly that a machine can execute it without error, you're becoming the architect. You stop being the bricklayer. The architect gets paid for the vision. The bricklayer gets paid for the hour. So which one do you want to be? Well, I've uploaded my personal prompt library to the System Lab. For you guys that don't know yet, that's our private school community. We got a lot of stuff in there, so go check it out. It includes their exact R.C.C.F templates I use for coding, copywriting, strategic planning, and much more. And also included the meta prompt I just read to you. So I would say go download it and stop guessing. As always, this is Nick Wildeboer and start engineering. See you in the next one.